Alright, it's been long enough. Let's finally tackle Force L mode in this newest alpha. And this is an especially good time to start because one of the things that has been added in the latest update is much more health per... Yeah, take him out. Is much more health per each stat point you get. And you continue getting health for a much longer time when it comes to... When it comes to brutality and tactics. I think that you keep getting health up until, what, 35 or so brutality at this point? Making it so that I don't have to worry nearly as much about being one-shot. And now let me tell you, I was making a decent amount of progress in the previous alpha, but it was to the detriment of having runs take like a good 2 hours with how careful I had to be. You know, you get clipped by a single lacerator or shocker, you're dead. Dead! But I think that might still make for a much better run here. Still not going to be easy, well, with enemies teleporting around, the increased abilities that elites now have, and, you know, just still Motion Twin kind of feeling out what the game is like now that there's no more scaling or damage reduction. However, I do feel a little bit more confident. I mean... I did try to do a few runs on stream earlier tonight, but... Oh, come on, get nothing here. I did try to do a few runs on stream earlier tonight, but they were just all went terribly. So, I don't know. Maybe a little bit of power of editing will make it a little bit more palpable. I'll be getting less frustrated and salty, too. You know, as much as I do like doing live streams, seeing audience reactions and all that, there is definitely something to be said for being able to edit a video when it comes to risk-taking, and I'll take that. Yeah, punishment, the parry shield, and the knockback shield now all scale with tactics, which is a little frustrating given my current circumstance. Oh well, that's not too bad. That's not too bad. And additionally, if I'm fast enough, I might even be able to get the 30-cell door and not the 30-cell door, the 30 enemy door and the time door too, if I'm lucky. I highly doubt it, but I'll give it at least a try. There's no way it's going to happen. I have like 5 seconds to get up to the next area. No, I was originally planning to go tactics right now, but I'm getting so many good brutality items that it might just be worth going for that instead. Oh, well, taking a survival alone is probably fine just for the health, if nothing else. And there you go, 30. Ooh, nice. That's good, because another one of the big issues with... Oh, I thought I had the punishment for some reason. Okay, that's fine, that's fine. 2 points of malaise is not great. However, it should still be enough to... I mean, that's small enough that I might be able to find some fruit to get rid of that. At least that's kind of what I'm hoping. 2 more brutality. Meat skewer would probably be a better item. Although, let's be honest, it's just like, I originally picked up the shovel for its survival scaling. It's still a pretty good brutality weapon, if nothing else. Ooh. 20% extra damage, that's not bad at all. Maybe I'll just keep that. What else? What else? 9% on poisoned. 60% on bleeding. That's what I originally wanted for the shovel. Oh, well. Oh, now here comes the real question. Do I take the YOLO? You do lose the slot when you pick it up. Just gone for basically the rest of the game. But it will save me in case I get malaised up. And I am kind of worried about that more than anything else. That said, having 2,500 health right now is already a pretty good sign. As well as, how many brutality is that? 9? Not terrible. It can be kind of difficult to scrounge up enough stats to get, you know, double digits by the time you get to the second biome, but it's going pretty okay here. And Cluster Grenade, maybe not as good as it once was, but let me tell you, the Knife Dance is still as good as it's ever been. Yeah, that was close. All right, all right. you know, really was lucky to get an alchemic carbine, because one of the things that definitely has not been nerfed, and if anything has been buffed lately, is poison. So the ability to just kind of get poison synergies on command with this weapon, even if it doesn't do a whole lot of damage, is definitely worth something. And speaking of which, with 100% damage on poison on that, I maybe should have, oh no, actually entertained taking it. Okay, just gotta be very careful with the... Now, come on, Shovel. That was your one job to be able to counter that well. Well, I'm already not regretting taking YOLO. I can say that, if nothing else. And to be honest, I think I might start using the Alchemic Carbine as my main hand weapon. Just feels like that might be a little bit more... the range alone is going to be a little bit more useful. Alright, alright. It's not going too bad. Gold as well as the cell is also definitely helping out a lot too. Like I said, that's like I think I said in the last episode. I don't know, it's been like over a week now. Yeah, sorry, I fell down the hole where I was trying to beat the entirety of Enter the Gungeon at the same time that I was struggling a lot with trying to make a decent episode of Dead Cells. But hey, that's finally past me now. I have, in fact... Okay. I have, in fact, completed Gungeon, and I do feel like this is the perfect time to get back to Dead Cells, so we should be gravy from now on. Ah! That was so close. I hate everything about this circumstance, and yet somehow I didn't die. So... Okay, well, now I'm dying. Come on. Come on. This is actually a point where using a potion charge is probably worth it. I really, really don't want to, because there is absolutely no way that you could possibly get enough gold to buy extra potion charges now, but hey, desperate times call for desperate measures and all that. Oh, that was weird. Alchemic Carbine's never been something that does a whole ton of damage, but if I do manage to get like a powerful grenade or some sort of heavy burst damage that can... it's almost kind of tempting. 100% on poison target. I mean, like, okay. So 1098 for the shovel right now. If there was some way that I could apply oil on there, or that gave me some stats or something, some sort of value add there, it might have been worth it. But I think with it being so basic, it's just not right now, not in the cards. Unfortunate, but, you know. Dead Cells, it's a game about playing with the cards you're dealt and all that. Hey, nice. If I could manage to get to... I think that also right now, if I... Oh, that was so close. If I could manage to get 2 knife dances, that would be a huge boon. Because as much as Cluster Grenade has been changed to maybe not being a run winner by itself, I do think that... I do think that Knife Dance could be that same thing, though. I don't know. It all really depends on what I can manage to get from shops. Gold is still really hard to come by, and you don't really have the ability to upgrade stuff, you know, re-roll stuff in. Not quite. However, spreads it to the enemies nearby sounds real good right now, so it might actually be better than Knife Dance, to be honest. I'm gonna try it. I'm kind of questioning my decision here. However, I do think in the long run, it's going to be the right one. It's going to be a lot of damage over time right now, which is fine. That is a favored type of run of mine. I guess I'll have to go look to see if I can get like a Hokuto's bow or something to kind of buff that up. That would be that is the ideal brutality scaling weapon to get. Nah, not worth it. That should give me the most amount of gold, though, which will be very helpful. One of the other interesting little changes that has come up recently is the change to masochism, aka tough nut. Well, what do you got? Nope, that is not what I'm looking for at all. Which now just does at maximum 3% of the player's health rather than apparently not working at all, which is what it seemed to happen previously. I mean, in that showcase I did for the 1.1 first alpha, I took that and jumped immediately into the spikes, and it took, what, 90% of my health away? This is definitely one alpha going on right now. It's kind of rough. Ooh, is that some fruit? And is it infected? Yeah, sure is. Gastronomy would be great, but I don't think I'm going to get too much out of it if I'm not going explicitly for a survival build. Okay. And not only dealing bleed and poison, but also spreading that bleed to enemies nearby is going to be great. It's just too bad that I'm not getting the most damage out of it that I possibly could if I was building a tactics run. Corrosive Cloud, I would like to say, is still... Hello? Corrosive Cloud, I would like to say, is still one of the best items. It's still one of the strongest buffs to an item that has come out of the alpha so far. Definitely going to be one of the items that I want to say that I'm going to be... gold as well as a sell? I'll take it. Definitely an item that I'm probably going to prioritize over... Nope. I don't even know what I was trying there. Over a lot of others in the future. Like, just alone being able to double the damage of any individual turret, along with then applying bleed, is going to be great. But hey, you can already see how much less damage I'm taking as badly as I'm... Man, it is not going too great for me right now. Might actually be worth taking gastronomy just to be able to heal fully from the next piece of food that I find. Well, I suppose we'll see. Hey, I'll say this too. If nothing else, the alpha here has given me a lot more to think about in terms of... There we are. In terms of what mutations I'm going to be taking. Oh, there's nothing even up here. I can't even remember the last time that happened. Oh well. It might be worth taking Alienation too, but curses are a lot more difficult to deal with. Wow, that was close. Curses are a lot more difficult to deal with these days due to the way that enemies are working. Everything is going to teleport to you, making it kind of difficult to leave a little patch of enemies around so that you can take care of, so that, you know, like an extra 10 enemies around or something so that you can take care of a curse easily. And that means that you have to kind of be a little bit pickier, choosier when you take curses, because you're going to be immediately hounded after by a million enemies, regardless of where you go. I still think I'm going to take it. I mean, I don't... I don't know. I'm actually already regretting my decision right now. Because one of the other things that I think I didn't really talk about when it came to the... Oh, boy, that was close. When it came to the update was the fact that... it now costs a lot more to respec mutations. I mean, your first respec is pretty much free. It's only like 2,000 gold or something. But then the second one, 50,000. Your third one, 100,000. It might as well just be impossible to respec after that point. Which is really unfortunate because it kind of locks you into a specific build early on. It does make me wonder if that might actually be a glitch, but hey, nice. Can't really speculate too much as of right now. I suppose we'll see. Boy, I hope I don't already have to use a third potion charge, but hey, I'm willing to do what it takes to actually beat this run right now. Is it worth getting 2 brutality? Not right now. I'm gonna leave that thing on the ground, and it will be forced out of the rift when I get to the end of this or die. And then I'll probably pick it up. But for right now, I want to have as much... so close. But for right now, I want to have as much health as possible to make sure that I'm not dying to this. It's not terrible. Okay, great. Anybody else? Can't really see with the fogger down there, but seems to have killed everything, so that's fine. Oh, great. Oh god, the amount of enemies in here is maddening. Well, hey, this is why having a good ranged weapon and a big, long corridor to drag enemies around in is always a good thing. Wow. Come on. Well, there goes the heart. Again, I just like to say I am immediately regretting all of the decisions I've made thus far in this run. Even ones that I really had absolutely no choice in taking. I do think the Lacerators do drop a new blueprint called Open Wounds, which I got a little earlier. I died in the prison cells, so I didn't really get to see too much of what it did. I think it's something that gives you bleed damage when... a brutality scaling thing that gives you bleed damage when you hit an enemy with a melee weapon. Definitely something interesting to see. Not quite sure how much bleed damage, but the fact that it can open up some opportunities insofar as... Yeah, whatever. I'm willing to risk it at this point. Yeah, but it does open up some opportunities as far as synergies go that I quite like. I do think that if I die here, which seems increasingly likely, and there it is, probably going to switch over to a different type of run next. Maybe tactics for extra range or survival for extra survival. Let's see. All right, I'm already feeling a lot better with this build. 2 powerful grenades. No good main hand, but that's not going to be too big of a deal when I can do stuff like that. Also, I got gastronomy. Because, hey, gastronomy is just a great item in general. It is going to be a little bit frustrating because I'm going to be relying a lot on damage over time in the form of powerful grenades to be doing a lot of my damage. However, all I really need to do is just get enemies nice and grouped up, like you can see me doing right now. Then I can pretty much blast them all down pretty easily with these grenades. Is it the best way to go about doing this? No, but it's the only choice I got. And now let's... Oh, cool. A legendary item. Actually, that legendary item could be quite good. So I should... that's fine, though. That's not even all that much damage. I mean, that's the power of doing a survival-based run. All right, everybody get in here right now. And there we go. I don't like how I got hit there, but that's fine. Yes, do lose a lot of aggro on these guys. You can hear my voice cracking there. That's how stressful these runs are getting these days. In some ways, it's kind of nice, because I do know that this is definitely a hell of a challenge to get here. But holy crap, is it so much more than I ever expected the rebalancing patch to be. If anything, I expect this to be a little bit easier, so... Oh, wow. They weren't kidding about the shielding on there, were they? Wow. Okay. Stop yelling. We good? We about done? Thank you. I mean, we'll see exactly how long I'm actually going to be using this thing, but I do feel... I feel like it's something that could definitely last me a while. Scaling with survival, and it also... it now scales with survival, and it also attacks very, very fast. It's like, this could be something that could be halfway decent. It's really hard to say. If nothing else, it is a ranged weapon, and I'm working with the survival build, so I'm going to appreciate that. Also, what is that? Increase your movement speed for 5 seconds after killing an enemy? Sounds good. Sounds like something I can definitely work with. Don't really see a whole lot of those legendary shrines, so that's also something new as well. Ooh, if I took a huge hit on... Alright, not bad. I took a huge hit on health by losing out on that single point of tactics that I had on that other item. That could be an issue. Not bad. Drop down faster. Man, even with 14 survival, it's still not doing as much damage as I would have expected. But then again, I mean, we are, of course, talking about the electric whip, which has generally never been the most optimal weapon to use. Good. I'm so happy about that. Damage-wise, anyway. Alright, can at least probably kill you pretty easily. Okay, maybe I can't kill them easily. Also, wow, they took, like, no damage from that? Okay, there you go. Much better. Also, much better. Am I getting 100%? No, I'll have to look at in the next area. Getting a... Nah, no tonics or anything. I'll have to look at it in the next area. Maybe getting a 100% on poisoned affix for this weapon. Feel like it could be something quite good. Hey, really getting lucky with these things. I found one in the last area as well. That said, it does kind of feel like if... this is the time to get a point in tactics. I really need that extra health as much as I don't want to. Sure. I mean, it's pretty much the exact same thing, but slightly higher level. Doesn't really give me anything particularly useful otherwise, but that's fine. Really, I just need as many points of survival as I can possibly get here. It's all about... Well, that's unfortunate, but that's fine. It's, you gotta do what you gotta do and all that. Oh, that was really close. Yeah, you do now get critical hits on any enemy that's in the water when you hit it with a... Good. Yeah, any enemy that's in the water when you hit it with an electric attack, you now automatically get a critical hit with it. So that's something pretty nice. I don't know how often that sort of thing really comes up, but like, hey, took out that guy easy enough. It also includes stuff like electrocutes enemies for X amount of time. Sort of affixes on some items. Cool. Great. I would have liked to have known about that before I went through the rift. Of course! I could have also just, you know, waited to go through the rift any amount of time at all, which would have been great. Cursed treasure, I'm sort of feeling like I'm really actually going to need it at this point in time. You know, those things just like not taking any damage or something, because I really thought that would have killed. 3, 2, 1. There we go. Get gold as well as a cell. Much, much better. I guess it takes 2 volleys of 2 of those cells to be able to actually kill those things. Feels like a little too much if you're asking me. I mean, they're supposed to be powerful grenades, am I right? But fine, I'll play by your rules, Motion Twin. This time. Like I said, I'm not gonna like it. However, I am going to deal with it because that's what these runs are now. I mean, one of the things the Motion Twin said was that they were going to try to make it so that you weren't just encouraged to take cursed chests, but almost required to be able to beat the higher cell difficulties. Okay. There's one. Or two, I mean. You know, that range really isn't as good as I thought it was going to be. All right, good enough. Good, good. I think I'm just going to have to rely mostly on the powerful grenades to be doing the heavy work when it comes to the curse, at least for right now. 4 characters up there will be able to take out this curse lickety-split, though, so I can definitely appreciate that, if nothing else. You know, provided that they do actually take them out. There you go. Perfect. Exactly what I'm looking for. Is this another cursed chest for me to torture myself with? Thankfully not. I mean, not that I wouldn't have taken it, but I wouldn't have liked it. I'll just say that right now. Nothing really that's going to be syncing up at all with this sort of build. Yeah, if I can get a decent... boomerang? Is boomerang considered a decent weapon? It's not doing that much for me. I don't think it's worth it. I mean, it's... because I'm still getting more damage off of... if it was a proper bow, if it was something that had some real range to it, that would be different. But as of right now, it's really not doing me any too much better than a regular... than the electric whip would be, so... I'm fine just leaving it for right now. Let's see if... oh, a cursed sword! Fun! Ah, great. A lot of really, really good poor play happening there. Oh, well, at least Cursed Sword is going to give me a decent amount of gold, if nothing else. Happy about that. Oh, I should have left that cherry up there just as kind of an emergency sort of item to get. Wasn't really thinking too much about that at the time, though. Ancient Sewers. Would it be worth it? I mean, maybe? Oh, this is going to be not very fun. Well, at least that gets me the invincibility. And that too. And there we go. It's working out okay. And then as soon as I get those powerful grenades back up, I think I'll be ready to take on this elite. Is it going to be worth taking on this elite? Probably not, but I'm going to do it anyway. Oh, he's that one. He just spawns electricity around him occasionally. Yeah. And I didn't get the parry there. And he got me with the electricity. You know, just like a lot of really good plays happening right now. Wasn't even worth it, but that's fine. That's fine. Alright, it does seem like now is the point in time where I'm going to have to sort of make a decision as far as... plus 20% damage? Yeah, not bad, but... frozen, bleeding target... I mean, I was looking for poison, but not... doesn't seem like that's going to happen. Yeah, what would be the best thing to take? Because it's going to be real hard to reset mutations after this, so... Necromancy getting me 2% of my health back after each kill is not bad at all. But I think something that gives me a little bit of extra damage would probably be the best right now. Or just disengagement. You know, disengagement is a pretty good mutation in this current patch, but just because you do tend to be taking a lot of damage. I mean, even with the changes to the health right now, you're still taking a lot of damage and a lot of points, so... I think that it's definitely a wise decision to have here. Well, that would have been terrible if I got hit by that. Thankfully, managed to get by the shocker before it did anything. All right. Let's go. I'm as ready as I'm ever going to be with this. Well, broadsword's good. But if I'm going to get a colorless weapon, I think it should be something that does a little bit more for me. Yeah. Does a little bit more for me than, you know, something that would already scale with survival. Okay. Definitely going to want to not fight that elite, if I can help it. And I did. Oh, and good. It seems like my powerful grenades are now getting to the point where they can just take out enemies by themselves rather than needing to use both of them at once. And there we go. Yeah, they have fixed thornies, and I mean, not that it really matters because, you know, I got the electric whip, which doesn't affect, which I wouldn't get hit by their thorny backs anyway. Oh, great, it's the boxing. It's the guy that boxes you in. Doesn't matter, managed to do enough damage anyway. Of course, he gave me absolutely nothing for that, so you win some, you lose some. It's how you play the game sometimes. I mean, really, it's always pretty much worth fighting elites just for the money anyway, so I can't be too disappointed in that, if nothing else. All right, what do we got? I mean, it's a cursed chest, but what's in the cursed chest? That's going to make all the difference. A whip. Cool. It's not worth it. Oh, whip is just... I mean, unless there was another change to the whip that I am not aware of, I just don't think it's worth it. The electric whip, I mean, as not great as the electric whip is, I still think it's better. Ooh, would it be worth replacing one of my powerful grenades with corrosive cloud? Yeah, spreads bleeding to nearby. You've got 100% on a poison target. And plus, I'm not really losing anything by getting rid of 2 points of brutality. A little bit of, like 500 health, but that's not too bad. No, I think that'll do me better in the long run. I mean, now a single powerful grenade is going to be worth as much as 2 powerful grenades with that sort of synergy going on there. And also, it does set me up for maybe some future synergies too. We'll see, I suppose. Okay. 4, 3, 2, 1, and... Okay, whatever. I can just hit him then. I'm most afraid of just finding a shocker down here, accidentally falling right next to them, and just ending the run right now. Because that is something that happens pretty often with these runs, let me tell you. So... being a little careful is definitely going to pay off in the end. Oh, great. Let's wait for the powerful grenade to get back up and then slam down on this poor schmo. Let's go. All right, just invisible version. He's not going to be boxing me in or anything. That's fine. That I can deal with quite easily. All right, reveals, secret walls, gold as well as a cell. 3 stats. Good enough. More than good enough to... Oh, nice. Yeah, just give me both. I'm having a little bit of a malaise problem right now, so I'm not even going to worry about not optimally getting as much health as possible. I'll just focus on never getting hit again. So don't get hit, lol. Alright, what do we got? Ah, yes, the duplex bow. Now the triplex bow. That's not actually what it's called, but... it's how I think of it, because the name is currently in French. And I don't want to embarrass myself by trying to pronounce French right now. Oh. Sound like David Hayter in... Oh, no, that was so close. Sound like David Hayter in Peace Walker. Oh, man, if you ever want to see a... if you ever want to see a really weird scene of David Hayter trying to speak French, I actually don't even know what you would look up, but Peace Walker, first scene that you see with, already forgotten her name. Well, okay, that's... Never mind, then. You know, I actually like Peace Walker. I think that it is... Obviously, there's some issues with it. But I do also think that, compared to a lot of the other Metal Gear games, it kind of got, like, the whole spirit, the whole kind of, you know, jokey action pastiche without taking itself too seriously. More right than a lot of the other... Well, it didn't malaise me up, so I'm fine. And then a lot of the other Metal Gear games that were surrounding it. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. Let's get going. Yeah, the increased speed that you get on the buff, I think you can go up to 3 times as fast, or... Yeah, it's like before you can move twice as fast, and now you can move 3 times as fast. It's something like that. And now that's been increased to, like, 3 times as fast, so... Hey, nice. So it can be a little bit tough to control sometimes. One of the runs I had just recently, I just straight up ran into a spike pit by accident, which was super fun. I'll take it. Again, maybe not the best as far as maximizing my health goes, but I'm... Ha! That was so bad, I can't even believe that I did that. But I'm really more concerned about getting as much damage as possible rather than... Yep. Health. At least for the time being. I have nearly 10,000 health right now, which is something that would be nigh on unheard of previously. So I'm feeling at least a little good about that. Okay. And just run directly across this, and we're good. Oh boy. Still not too happy about the fact that I only have 2 potion charges right now. I really do feel like those are going to become useful later in the game, to say the least. Alright, let's go. Yeah, the issues with curse chests are still... Another survival weapon. Ugh. Yeah, the issues with curse chests are still around here. I'm still worried about running out of enemies and being saddled with a curse when it comes to fighting the concierge or something. Doesn't seem like that's going to be a problem just yet, but I kind of panicked there a little bit, even though I don't really think I needed to. And, is there another enemy coming? Yes, there is. And I'm okay, though. All right. Boy, that powerful grenade is... I mean, again, the fact that it's just living up to its name is cause for excitement alone. Okay, there we go. I'm getting more out of... nice. I'm getting more out of the electric whip than I really thought I was going to. I mean, what is it right now? 52-21 damage? If I can get that 100% on a poison target, that would be... I mean, it wouldn't be the game, but we would be getting there. I mean, that's something that could carry you through to the end of the run. Double damage on that. All right, get out of here. Yeah, just that huge burst damage is doing me a lot of good, if nothing... Why? If nothing else. Nope. Oh, well. I guess that kind of means that I'm not going to be getting the enemy door, but that's... Oh, nice. That's not too bad. That's not the worst thing that could happen to me here. Also, 43k, not too shabby at all. Whew. I'm probably mostly going to use that to try to re-roll the electric whip, but if I... Yeah. And, yeah. And, oh god, there are so many enemies here right now. It's kind of crazy. Okay, get everything all into one, and then powerful grenade them down, but good. I do think that they kind of stagger out the amount of enemies that can teleport to you at one time, because I should have been able to get all of them there. Maybe I'm entirely off base, but feels like they should have all teleported there to me. Yeah. What am I getting on the powerful grenade right now? 10,000 damage. Okay. That's not bad at all. A little health refill? Oh, yeah, they changed it so it's only 15% HP healed now. That's too bad. That said, I think it should do more than enough as far as healing goes right now. Well, okay, it was not more than enough, but that's okay too. As much as I'm going to miss having those stats, I'm really way more concerned about having enough damage to be able to deal with some of the trials and tribulations that I'm going to be coming up to. 21 survival is not bad right now. I don't know if it's going to be enough. We'll see. But I'm not disappointed with what I got so far. Yeah, I mean, it feels like I'm definitely cutting through enemies pretty fast right now, so... Oh, it's not bad. It's not bad. That's what I'm saying. I never want to say that, you know, I feel really good about this run, except as a joke, but I'm feeling pretty good right now. Oh, okay. I think if nothing else, one of the things that I'm going to have to do is, before I get into the hand fight, switch out the mutation for dead. Switch out one of my mutations for dead inside. And ooh, that was close. Ooh, that's also equally close. Switch out one of my mutations for dead inside, and just make sure that I have more health than God by the time that I get into that fight. Hey, electric whip, still pretty good for fighting enemies on different y-axes. I mean, probably... Oh, I'm so glad I didn't get hit there. That was close, though. 46 enemies killed. I don't think I'm going to get the full 60. It just does not seem like it's in the cards. But I do have 50k now to be able to re-roll some of my... some of the stuff on my... Nope. Reroll my electric whip a couple times and hopefully get what I'm looking for. 35,000. Come on. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Plus 20% damage, 100% on poison target. Oh, I could not have asked for anything more. It's so good. All right, let's go. Let's go. Yeah, it seems like when you get a good roll going on here, might be a little bit slow, might be a little bit tough at the beginning, but once you get a good roll going on here, it suddenly becomes so much better. Yeah, this is not bad at all. I do kind of want to, yeah, make sure that I'm not going to get hit there. And then... Don't get clipped! Ah, I got clipped. I should have been more careful there. I did not at all need to take that risk. And yet I did anyway. Oh well. What do we got for items? Hokuto's bow. If it was colorless or like even leveled up, that might be worth it with the amount of poison that I got going on now. I doesn't really feel like it's gonna be good. At least for the moment. 15 minutes, not happening. Condition, take no damage in the previous level. I gotta tell you, I don't know if I'm too keen on that. I mean, I'm fine with, you know, rewarding you for playing well and everything, but that's rewarding you for playing perfectly, which is pretty tough to do. I mean, yeah, previously you got an achievement or whatever for it, but, like, come on, it's an achievement. It's like, at this point in time, I don't know. Ugh. I think this is the point in time when I'm going to start trying to play a little safe here and not go immediately for... Especially because I have a lot of good... synergies right now, which should carry me a little bit farther than just getting a couple extra stats will. to a certain extent. But yes, I was saying, it's like, I'm all for, like, playing well, but this is asking you to play perfectly. It's actually a sort of issue that I had a little bit with playing Gungeon for a while there. There's a big emphasis on playing perfectly in that game in a couple ways, but probably the biggest one is the Master Rounds, which is an extra point of health that you get, an extra heart container for not getting hit at all during boss fights. There's also stuff like the... Oh, no! That's too bad. Also stuff like the old crest or the way blasphemy works. It may... Of course, the big difference is with Enter the Gungeon, you have... There's a lot more powerful weapons and stuff like that that can facilitate, you know, being able to perfect a boss easily. So, I don't know. In Dead Cells, what I would like to see is just, you know, like, get hit X amount of times or don't take more than X percentage of your health. I'm waiting for my Toxic Cloud to get back up. Just give me 1 second. No, I just think it's like, it's asking a little too much. But then again, I suppose the only thing that you actually get from doing that is a legendary weapon, which, as useful as that is, a lot of the times, most legendary weapons are going to be like, well, this doesn't fit in my build, and just dump it. All right, everybody get down here. I'm going to have a party. Just got to be super, super careful, specifically with the captains and the cannonball. Ah, that's fine. That doesn't cause malaise, which is the thing that I'm most worried about right now. 100% on poison target, which is, as nice as that is, really does not fit in this run. 23 survival and 4 of the other stats right now. Definitely getting a lot of damage out on the whip right now, which I'm pretty appreciative of. I mean, this is always a pretty standard sort of tactic when it comes to... Nope. This is a pretty standard sort of tactic when it comes to survival runs, just getting a nice fast weapon over... Get out. Getting a nice fast weapon over trying to, you know, finding something... A nice fast colorless weapon over trying to find something that, you know, would otherwise perfectly fit one build or another. Ooh, that could have been bad if I got... Oh, no, that was also equally nearly as bad. Getting cannonballed like that. I'm not a fan. All right, where am I actually going right now? Away from the cannonball. But aside from that, where am I also actually going? I guess I'm going to take out that elite as fast as possible. Oh, not too shabby. Okay, can I get an upgrade for 3? Yeah, okay. I guess that's good enough. All right, what do we got? Anything? Ooh, explosive crossbow could be good. Especially an S rank one. 40k, I'm, well, 62, minus 62k if I actually managed to buy that. It's like, then I might be able to re-roll that a couple times, get out. Potentially get a, 100% on poison, but that's a difficult thing to try to assume that you could possibly get. Really want to kill those pirate captains. I hate having to deal with those cannonballs. Those things are the worst. All right, what do we got? Reduce malaise, infected by malaise. Just give me this. I'm not even going to try to go for the... I'm going to hope and pray that I could potentially get a A couple more uninfected foods coming up here, but honestly, it does seem likely that I am going to blow potion charge coming up pretty soon. Which is fine. That's how it goes. That's how it goes. You kind of expect to do that. Oh, no. Well, I mean, I kind of got to. I mean, as far as, like, enemies go, this one shouldn't be terrible to fight. Hey, there's those sick worms. At best, this is just going to be a cursed chest, which I don't want to take anyway. So, I'm out of here. Okay, you're going to take a ton of extra damage. Cool. Oh, God, it's just... What is this? Is it chest again? Not even worth it. Not the time. No. Well, we're getting closer and closer to me wanting to just blow another potion charge, but, okay. Sepulchre. I want them stats. And I probably have the weaponry to deal with going into the Sepulchre. Wow, that was close. Didn't know that he was going to be there. That I had an enemy that was about to teleport to me. Again, high stress. Why didn't I get the key? I thought I got the key. Maybe I went in the key place and then didn't actually grab the key, which would be something that I would do. Which does seem emblematic of a style of play that I have cultivated over these many months of playing this game. Certainly, certainly. Surprised that I haven't had disengagement go off yet. Oh, well, whatever. It's supposed to be there for emergencies anyway, so... It's the sort of thing that you never want to have to use. And we good? Okay, there we go. I'm just gonna do it. We're already at over 5 points. Even if I found a piece of clean food, it wouldn't get me under the potion threshold. I guess it's just gonna have to be double extra careful in these next couple areas, which is the only way that you should be playing the game anyway, but hey, that's how it goes. Let's go. I do know they changed up how stats worked in the Sepulchre, but I do not remember how. So that's gonna be a treat. 26 minutes. Wow, that's a... When was the last time that I didn't hit that time door? It's been a grip, hasn't it? All right. Trying to think what even is... I kind of want to switch out my mutations right now, but not yet. I'll eat an infected piece of food if I manage to take a lot of health loss, but I mean, I'm not going to like it. And I'll probably find something here, someplace or another. We'll see. And I am really more worried about malaise than anything else when it comes to this part of the game. For obvious reason, but you know. Alright, we good? We good? Everybody done? Oh, very, very good set of items here, to be sure. Definitely not too disappointed in that. Okay, let's go. Would kind of like to maybe switch up the shield, but at the same time, I do think that... Oh, God, this is going to be an issue. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of go around in circles right up until my cooldowns are done. And then we're going to come right back here and throw a powerful grenade at this huge group of trackers. And we're good. Guys, get out of here. Okay, we're good. We're good, right? We're done? Because, good golly, Miss Molly, that was too much. But yeah, you can definitely see how something like necromancy would be extremely useful here. Okay. You can definitely see how something like necromancy would be extremely useful here due to the just sheer amount of enemies you're fighting. Getting back up to full health is just absolutely trivial. Uninfected food. It is! Oh, Christmas came early. I thought Christmas only came once a year. Yeah, that's right. Anyway, let's just get on with this here. Oh, was that a... Oh, thought I saw a rune. No such luck. Okay, also, that is... Well, I mean, everything's a full heal with how gastronomy works right now, but still. It's a sight for sore eyes to see a piece of food that's not infected, to say the least. Although, if I actually recycled it, I would get nearly 2,000 extra damage. Wow. It's a 5-minute buff, and it does stack, too. But that's going to be way more useful for malaise. Obviously. Oh, God. All right. There you go. Yeah, definitely having the, 5% extra damage reduction. I'm gonna take it. Yes, again, I'm not a big fan of... Oh. Well, I guess I'm not tremendously worried about my... Oh, okay. Health doing good, though. Alright, disengagement is... I'm not a big fan of seeing that. However, I am just going to leave and go get that piece of fruit down there. Oh, yeah. Whew. There we go. Plus 150% health. Yeah, that's a full heal. Alright, good enough. So, see, it's... it's rough. Rough round here in the Dead Cells mines. Hardly make a living. Doing the best you can. What do you got? I mean, Cudgel could actually be kind of useful, but I would prefer if it was S rank. Trying to get as many points in survival as possible. And it's going pretty well so far, but it's also going not as well as I would like it to. Could be going weller. Oh. Okay. That was close. Note to self. There is a shocker down there. Cool. Don't accidentally fall into the spikes. That would be a very bad thing to have happen right now. Teleport to me. Do it. Or don't. I don't care. Whatever. All right. Oh, it almost makes me want to go get a... Damn it. Well, I rallied up most of it, so I guess I can't be too disappointed. Still, boy, is it just... I'm still taking a lot of damage from enemies. It's not really a... Getting a lot of extra health is good and everything, but it's not really as big of a difference as I thought it was going to be perfectly honest. That said, hey, 30... Uh-oh. 30 survival is doing me quite good. Powerful grenade almost back up, and here's the last key, which is good. I'll take that. All right. So just gonna go right for the teleporter. Enemies can't teleport after you. You get invincibility when you're using a teleporter. Always an important thing to remember. And it's really not that much of a difference. Although I don't think that the whole, like, bleeding being spread is actually working, because I would have noticed that. But at the same time, not really here to be taking chances. Oh god, am I going to start taking darkness damage? Sure am. Come on. Come on. Oh, why? Why was it the largest area that you could possibly go to? Well, goodbye, last potion charge. I'll miss ya. But, didn't really have too much choice there now, did I? And there's engagement popped. Ah, this is really rough. This is really rough. But hey, 30 survival. That's good. Oh, man. And I guess I'm probably okay taking an extra point of malaise just to be able to get back to up to full health in like the next area or something. I don't know though. It's really hard to say exactly what the best idea is going to be to do here. What the best idea here is going to be. I feel like this is not going to be the best. Well, again, it gets so expensive to reroll mutations after the first one, so I really... Otherwise, what I would do is I would switch out Dead Inside for one of the mutations before each one of the bosses. Cool. Like, I panicked, I'll admit it. Alright, that's probably enough for tonight, but you can see, it's still pretty rough time here in the world of Dead Cells, to say the least.